1 2 1 2. Check it out.
It's the guys next door.
Check it out, y'all.
Only you to enjoy.
Yo, get live. Nobody fly it and FlyRy. Couple guys from the city and you know Mac Wiles we own. Life of the party, my boy home. That smells Jones.
It's the guys next door.
Check it out, y'all.
Only you to enjoy.
Welcome back. Welcome.
Oh, hold on.
Back.
You can't start it like that. You can't.
felt
You
it?
got it. We brand new in this house.
Look, we don't even sit the same no more. You see that?
Y'all see that, right?
We got new
nice.
artwork.
Hold on,
in the crib.
no. I want y'all to look
Go ahead.
at it. Look at it.
Go ahead.
That's beautiful.
That thing pretty.
Yeah.
That thing stand out.
Yeah. What it do, right?
Stand out.
We brand new in this
damn.
bitch. You heard me?
Yeah.
sir.
As long as y'all know that, you know, and y'all probably looking at us, and y'all like, damn, why them niggas look so clear? Because we take care of our skin and we drink water.
Praise God.
Absolutely.
But also, they went and got new cameras in the crib.
Yes, they did.
And
We did a renovation.
and are
boy.
making us pay out the ass for it too.
Son of a
Boy,
bitch.
oh boy.
The rent.
Boy,
definitely
rent went to the.
I thought rent was stabilized around here.
No, we thought we was in
would
affordable
think-
housing.
You would think it be your own
It be
people.
your own people.
It be your
Raise
own
the
people.
whole rent.
It'd be the
up.
people that, you know, they acting like the people that Kyrie and Kanye was talking about.
You better chill out.
Jesus Christ.
In the rebrand, this is where we going.
The first day. The first 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
That was in the contract. Nigga said that was in the lease. We were
Jesus
not allowed
Christ.
to talk about them.
You remember we did that? I ain't gonna say who you. I remember we did that. Yeah, I remember we did that. Those episodes for that company, and they were like, can't curse. And then we recorded like 4 episodes. It was like, boy, wish I could curse. And they was like, yeah, y'all gotta go back and re-record.
Nah, man,
y'all can't talk.
We just
about
started
not
doing.
being
We
able
just
to
started
curse.
doing other episodes, like bonus episodes of us cursing.
Of just us
like, get
cursing.
it out of the way and like,
Boy.
all right, we're ready.
Now, if y'all want to go back and listen to what episode, see what episode that was, that's on y'all. But we not gonna admit
Because they're not paying us no more.
not paying us no
Nah,
more.
they paid. they paid once.
Once and done. But yo, I know y'all like that theme. I know y'all probably still singing that theme song.
You probably are.
Y'all probably still singing like, oh, what's this?
It's a good little vibe,
It's
ain't
good.
it? It's a
Shout
good
out
little
to-
vibe.
New
Speaking of which,
music.
we are in the crib. Shout out to Dev.
New tunes,
Shout out
new
to
tunes,
Dev.
new
Shout out to
tunes.
Dev. Dev knocked that out, and I promise you, I was in. It was the trap karaoke in LA where that shit, where Ryan acted like a superhero. Ryan was about to knock this nigga out. When that old man came on stage.
It's gonna
I
get
said,
tough.
listen,
It was about to
listen,
be a tough
It's about to be a
situation.
tough
Listen.
situation.
if there's nothing else I know,
It's gonna be a
all
tough
bullshit
situation.
aside, there's nothing else I know my brother got my back like I got my brother back.
I'm always on
I
point.
saved, that old man didn't understand how much I saved his life. Like, there was one side, just all blood niggas that was coming.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan was the first one down the stairs. Then Preem came all the way from Brooklyn to the show.
Everybody was there.
He jumps down.
It was
And
nasty.
niggas, security, everybody just looked at me like, Mouse, say the word. Ryan is like, he's like foaming. Like, he's ready.
A part of me
he
wants,
was ready to.
A part of me wants a story time, but you know what? We'll wait. I'll let you finish the call to action.
The call to action.
It was just know that it was.
It was about
I
to
saved,
go
I
down.
saved that man's life. I love black people for real.
Hey,
Absolutely.
man.
But-
That's your good deed.
Listen, that was my good deed for the year, so I ain't doing that. I'm fucking up for the rest of the year. But even though this is a brand new shout out to y'all for sticking with us, 4 years, almost 4 years. at this
Almost
point.
4 years.
We're giving you a rebrand.
Was it 4 years in
Jeez.
February?
4 years in February.
Yeah, boy.
Valentine's Day will make 4 years.
Do we count 2020 as a year, though?
don't.
Shit, no. For us, yes. The work.
That was
no,
the
no,
hardest.
no.
That was the hardest. that was
Listen,
the
let me not
hardest.
play. Listen,
When I say do we count it as a year,
We just don't want to.
as on a calendar, maybe not.
I'm just saying no, because on the real, as hard as we work, that shit was
It should be
3
2 years. That's what I'm saying. Like, let
We've
me
been
say
doing
this
this
for
a
real.
long time.
Kudos to y'all, bro. Like, the way we pulled together in that pandemic,
I mean, we had to.
like,
It was only. I mean, we had no choice. But
we
yeah.
had a choice.
But
We
we
could have
did it.
been lazy.
We
we
could have
coulda
been,
not
but,
did it.
but the only people that we really had during the pandemic, if you think about it, was each other. That's
That's
it.
a fact.
That's
You
it.
guys, I've said this on multiple occasions, and I mean it. You guys really got me through that pandemic. Like, I'm not a person that, you know, is depressed and all that shit, but it did something to my spirit to know at least twice a week
That we
I would
was
get
locked
to talk
in.
to y'all,
And
see
that-
y'all
that-
face, and
That was the best. That was therapy in the pandemic.
That was.
Like that's
Yeah.
a segment, therapy in the pandemic.
and
'cause
if
everybody
I'm being
had it.
honest, I think, and no bullshit, and like not to shit on what we've done and what we've accomplished in the last year and a half. I think we did some of our best work in the pandemic. We did a lot. Some of
I
my
mean,
favorite.
we-
We did louder than the
I
riot.
think we always talk about how great our work is and how people just don't see it sometimes. And I
Yeah.
feel like that was one of the times where we put in a lot of work,
We did.
a lot of time,
We
and a
we
lot
did
of people.
for 2 months. We did a whole second episode.
Yep.
Oh my god,
That was nuts. That was nuts.
I hate that shit.
Ooh wee.
What?
It was a lot.
Current events. Huh?
Ugh.
Mouse had all these bright ideas.
But it's spurred. But it's spurred.
We're gonna do this. I'm just like,
It spurred so many amazing things. Like once we actually stopped, Mouse started the quarantine radio joint.
facts,
Like
yeah.
he had.
It was a lot.
We were cooking. Like
Yeah.
it was.
Everybody was cooking. Yeah.
That was a really really
cooking,
really
good looking. We was-
smart good time.
I feel like even though we weren't together at that time, it brought us closer.
Yeah, I think we
obviously.
were.
absolutely.
I've never felt closer than.
But I think it also told us that we can do anything with this podcast
Yeah.
or this
The
show.
show.
Whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
This show.
Um,
At the time, it
wanted
was
to-
a podcast.
Well, back then it was a podcast. Today it's a show. And although we are brand new, some things are still the same.
Talk
you know
about
what
it.
is still the same?
What is that?
Where they could fucking find us
Uh-huh.
on any podcast streaming app.
Mm.
If you love the guy next door,
Yes.
if you are listening to us through some third party, fuck
Amen.
the third party.
Amen.
Go directly to where you get all your podcasts and type in Guys Next Door.
Please do.
Podcast.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
It's a show,
It's a show.
but type it in Guys Next Door.
Could I tell them two things?
Tell 'em
Talk
two
about
things.
them.
All right. Well, two things I'm gonna tell y'all. I know Patreon has been like, but guess what? We're Brandon. We're back in a better place. I'm
Bang.
gonna give you a video a month.
Bang.
Yeah.
We're
Bang,
gonna
bang.
give you, but for our Apple listeners,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Granny Smith, I might add.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Green.
worst apples in the world.
Nah, I love Granny Smith was the best. Green
Who
Jones.
likes sour apples?
It wasn't sour to me.
The
But-
Granny Smith, they got a little
Yeah,
sour.
those
It
are
was a
the
little
sour
tang.
Jones.
It was a
Tang, I
little
don't like
tang.
that shit.
He said a little tang.
Little tang. Ain't nothing wrong with a little green tang.
Oh no, Ryan was the kid who loved Warheads back in the day, so them joints was nothing.
No, I hated apples. I didn't like red apples. I didn't like biting into apples. I always felt my tooth was gonna fall out.
This nigga
Oh,
mad.
you didn't
This
like
nigga mad.
red apples?
Yeah, this nigga mad.
All
kid, bro. I'm tired.
right.
All
I like
bro,
blue
go do what you
apples.
saying, bro. Yeah, all right, man.
Big grip over there.
Big grip. Yo, let me get a capple. All right, bro.
But
all right.
but if you're on Apple, we have some special announcements definitely coming up for you. But the one I will announce is we will be doing something that's not Patreon,
Bang.
but it will be an extra episode.
Bang.
You won't get to see us, but you'll get to hear us, and you'll get to hear us more.
And the only way that you can do that is if you subscribe to us, the Guys Next Door, on Apple Podcasts.
Absolutely. So now we will be starting a new subscription-based service connected just to Apple. Sorry for everybody else.
I'm not sorry, everybody
Just go
else.
download the right app.
I'm not sorry, everybody else. I
like
don't feel
that.
bad for you because if you got a droid, that's the only way you're not in it. So,
Or you cheap.
or you cheat. And if you cheat, I don't fuck with you.
Just don't. You can be cheap, just not with us.
Listen,
Go
make
ahead.
sure y'all head over and subscribe to the Guys Next Door show on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you head over to YouTube, type in Guys Next Door, subscribe, follow us over there where the videos will be going up. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. It's all uniform Guys Next Door show. And what the fuck have you motherfuckers been up to
Man.
in this fucking off time
Oh my
for the rebrand? What have y'all been up to?
Well, I've been.
Lifting everything that's not nailed down to
You
the
know
ground.
what's really crazy is it's only been the past 2 weeks. I talked to Mac. I said I was slacking, but it wasn't like not working out at all. But it was like one or two. They weren't great workouts.
You weren't
But they were
consistent.
cool.
Yeah.
But they were like, all right, this is enough to keep my body in a cool space. I won't get too big. I won't get too small. It's fine. But then I got a couple phone calls and I realized I had some things that were gonna happen in the next month or two that I need to look right for. And my biggest problem was always working out by myself.
Yeah.
Even though I had the backyard to do it, I would go back there and kind of like
you play around because you're in your
half-ass
backyard.
workout when I want to leave. But now it's like I've started to really like
Lock in.
lock in, and my whole Instagram is just saved workouts, and I go there, I knock shit out. Even if it takes me an hour and a half, I'll do like 10 to sometimes 15, 10 to 15 different exercises, 3 to 4 sets each one.
Smart.
So it'll take me an hour and a half, but it gets done and I feel great. And
That's the
Yes.
most important part for me.
Yeah.
Like to hear you say that. At the end, all I care is that you're feeling good.
yeah, because I'll work out and I'll be like, I know I did, but it's like, I'm not sore. It's cool, but I know I
you
did
did
something.
just to exert.
But now it's
energy.
like, I'll be hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm on that set like, I got another 7 of these shits to do. And it's like, it's cool. And now it's
Y'all
becoming more of a habit.
Y'all be trying to find different ways to count to make it go quicker. Sometimes I'll be like, what's up? How many?
Nah, you
just to
just
be like, oh, we got 15.
You gotta do your you gotta count your reps to like a song, to like the beat of a song.
Ah, got
So you rapping it in it, and you know they get to that one. You gotta just get to that, and once you get a rhythm, I used to read like that when I was a kid too, though.
I used to too.
beat?
Yeah,
Okay.
I used to read to a beat.
That's how I knew I loved
just to
music.
make me want to keep reading, because I'd be like, all right, I know this beat, but if this Missy Elliott song, if I can read this Shakespeare to Missy Elliott's The Way It Goes or whatever, I'm going to read it. Other than
That
that,
fuck me up if I'm reading it. And she be like,
it's like, you gotta read the word. And you're like,
I'm like, fuck, I
you
just
gotta
lost
read
some
the
in the Cat in the
Shakespearean.
Hat.
You know, you gotta get
That
this.
sound isn't in the Cat in
Yo,
the
you
Hat.
ever catch yourself using your finger? You be like, stop, nigga.
Yes.
It's okay. Thought I was the only one.
Nope. You are. This is the reason why I started audiobooks.
Yeah.
It's the reason why
I found
do
it. I
audiobooks.
I'll
found
be on
it,
the plane and I'll be reading. Like right now, I'm reading Bell Hooks, All About Love, and it's a lot.
Great book, by the way.
It's
Fantastic book.
Sure.
And I'll tell
She's
everybody.
whooping my ass.
I'll tell everybody.
She's
when
whooping
you-
my ass from the fucking grave. Fuck her.
when you read that book, take your time with it, because I promise you,
It's an
there
ass.
is a lot that is gonna hit
And that's
you.
what I was. So I'll be reading some shit, and sometimes when I read shit, if it's like deep, I'll reread it. Right? So if the line is deep, I'll reread it. But the way she writes, it's so wordy. So it's like, wait, what? And so I'll be on a plane and I'll be like,
It's a lot.
I can't be the only nigga in first class and using my finger to read.
looking
I
around
refuse.
like looking around.
I
like,
just found like
yo,
I found a
anybody
Kindle
see
in
me?
my backpack.
You felt what?
A Kindle? That's what they call
Oh,
it.
you got a Kindle?
My mom got it for me a minute ago, and I haven't touched my backpack. And then I went to repack, and I was like, "Oh,
You got mad
a
books on there
Kindle."
already?
No,
None.
I didn't open it. It's still in the case, but I do have this. This is what I've been reading.
Ooh,
was
the
that?
Art of Peace.
And if you know, I have that tatted on me.
Mm-hmm.
You have this?
Yeah, it's a Zen circle. So somebody got that for me, and I've just been like, it's not a long book, and all the pages aren't filled with words.
Right.
Those little paragraphs be fucking you up. 'Cause
Absolutely.
it just be some shit, and I'm like, what the hell? So you got to read a couple times,
Right.
but just get into that peaceful mode,
Yeah.
man. I'm just
Reading, man. Reading is so fucking important,
It's
bro.
fundamental.
Reading between this rebrand, because that's what's I've been up to.
I was about to say, what have you been up to? Just
this
reading.
rebrand and getting on you guys' nerves about this fucking rebrand.
I know I've been on your nerves. For I'm
You
like,
get on your
yo,
nerves
yo,
some more?
Ad, yo. Last week yo, this
Yo.
week, yo. Nobody got it?
Yo.
Then I just let you know who step in. Once she steps in, I'm like, oh,
You know who?
Big-
We
y'all
love
gonna-
you,
boss.
We love you, Eve.
y'all gonna respond to her?
We love you, Eve.
The bigger boss.
Yeah, definitely gathers us. But yeah, the rebrand as
I'm scared of Eve.
I'm very scared of her. And the thing is, I see her a lot more often than you guys do.
Absolutely.
And I'm
Absolutely.
like, hey.
We have a great relationship because I just blame shit on y'all.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
like, yeah, bro.
The way I get,
I'd be like, yeah, bro.
The
You
way
see,
I
I'm
get
trying.
called-
I hit her like, yo, you see, she be like, I know. I'm like,
the way I get caught, I know Ryan throwing us under the bus. I'd be like,
I don't really. It's
I'm
really
like
you
that.
throwing yourself under the bus because I'm right. I'm aligned with her. Cause I tell y'all niggas first, like, yo, we gotta get this done.
and nobody called Matt because he on set. I get the call. I'd be like, no lie, the call I have, I'd be like,
I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten a couple of calls, and I really be on set and be like,
Yeah.
the call comes through, and I'm like, I'm gonna see you later. I know,
I'm
I'm
like-
gonna see you later. I gotta answer this.
Cause I'm like the preview. I'm like, yo, bro, the movie comes out.
I know. The
December
movie,
6th.
The movie is coming out. The
Yo,
movie
next-
is coming
next
out.
Here we
summer.
are. Here we are, December 7th. Like, when that movie
You
come
got-
out?
you got
Yo,
your-
Matt, the movie come out.
There's a movie. There's a movie.
We Ryan just looking at it like,
Yo, what? And by that time, the director is already hitting y'all. Yo, where's this shit at? I'm like,
the movie come out December. That's
yeah.
really perfect. That's a perfect analogy for us.
be telling ya.
'Cause me and Mac showing up to the theater like, yeah.
I'm like,
When
yo,
this come out?
I'm like, yo, look, I got this movie for us, summer 2023. Niggas like, word. I'm like, we got time, but let's just, if we could get it done.
Let's get it done.
All right, bro.
What-
Yo, it's
what-
Thanksgiving.
What day you said the movie come out?
Exactly.
No, what day you said it come out?
Next summer, 2023.
Me and Mac are showing up the day before the summer starts.
No. No. School started. It is full.
Started.
They're talking about fashion week, and you talking about, yo, we still got that movie to do?
We still got that summer blockbuster.
Like, god damn, this shit gotta come out wintertime. now.
Yeah, but that and trap karaoke
Yep.
keeping me on the road.
Fire.
That's the show that never ends, man.
Man,
That's-
listen.
They cook
My
y'all.
show
are
gets
cooked.
better and better.
Listen, man, thank you.
Better and
Thank
better.
you so much.
When people, I'm telling you, when people
I had my
start
side
hitting
lit.
me up more and more about it, that's when I know it's cooking. Like my financial advisor, I was like, yeah, my boy, he does the show, he does, trap karaoke, and it's like, he's like, whoa, wait a minute, you said trap karaoke? I've heard of trap karaoke. It sounds like everybody tells me it's a good time. I'm like, yeah.
That's the perfect date.
Yeah, I would think so.
And it's more than a date. It's really getting to see somebody and like how they really act.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you can't have fun in trap karaoke, I
can't
don't
have
ever
fun
want
with you
to
ever.
do nothing
That's
with you.
re- So it's so funny. Obviously, I can't take a woman trap karaoke. Like her experience is gonna be different with me, right? But I'm like that with comedy shows. I love taking a woman on a first date to a comedy show because I need to see your interaction with laughter, right? Like if you're somebody, and I always say that if you're somebody who says that's funny instead of laughing at a comedy show,
Mhm.
I know I can't deal with you. Because we've talked about on this podcast before, on the show before, how much, it just lets me know you'll withhold adoration. And I need a lot of attention. And so I know that's not going to work, right? Because if I do something funny, or if a comedian does something funny, laugh. That is the payment, right? Like the currency is the laughter, right? I did the thing, you laugh, but you're like, that's funny. I want nothing to do with you. Like, get away from me.
I think it's similar with me with music.
Right.
Okay.
And I think that's why
Trap karaoke is so
trap
important.
karaoke,
Right.
a concert, hell, even a party, just to kind of see what your vibe
Parties
is.
is a little different, right?
Party
Because
is-
parties is
But I
like,
think they can all be different.
no, I'm
'cause
saying like
it's like-
parties. If a girl, I can't really judge you too much. Yeah, I don't think I could get a good judgment off a woman in a party because one, I don't want to be there. Two, you know how parties are. Like parties aren't parties anymore. It's like this is everybody getting around, so one person can just talk to one person and everyone else is around. So parties, I kind of give them a little leeway, unless you're going to like a fucking bashment.
That's what I'm talking about.
okay, okay.
You're not talking about this industry shit. You talking about
Okay,
some
I'm
real-
not,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not talking about
Talking
going
about
to
the
no
members only
club.
joint.
I'm
Okay.
talking about like an actual.
nice little members only joint.
You know?
Shameless plug.
You're
It's okay.
Had
You're-
some of the best time of my life at members only.
That's what
you're.
Even before I knew Ryan.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Hey,
you know
listen,
what I'm
I had a members
I bet
only
you
birthday
fucking
party
did.
right before the members only ended.
This nigga mouse was stealing. I already know what that meant because members only parties back then was like you was with us and with the girls, or you was just trying to stay out of trouble. You was just trying to get out the way of niggas.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. I know who
Yeah.
you was with. Yep.
Listen, I had
guys.
my birthday party
Oh,
was a members only
yes,
birthday party.
yes.
It was like the last one.
Yes, it was.
in New York.
I think that was the last one.
What the one I did?
No,
That was the last solo one.
that was the last solo one.
That was when we came from
When we came from Atlantic
City. We drove
came
right.
Oh, okay.
straight
We drove
to the
right
party.
to the party. Yes, I remember.
Joint
that.
was crazy.
And we planned it last minute. I was like, yo, you want to do it? Remember, we made the flyer like the
Yes.
night before. I was like, yo, you want to do this tomorrow? You're like,
I said, let's
"All right,
run it
I
up.
said, bet. Had the flyer. Next day, boom. It was that. I forgot what that spot was called, but they closed it down.
Yeah, they
I'm
closed
like,
it
what
down.
is that? Not West Full.
It was right around Lesouk. Right around.
Over
the
there by
corner from
NYU?
Lesouk.
Yeah. It was right around the corner.
Mhm.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that was a good time.
Those were good days. Those were good.
Souk.
But like we was talking about, like, but those are your choices on
Yeah.
who to bring,
Yeah.
on where your date is. Like I say, trap karaoke is really like is major for me because
Thank
even like last time, like LA, like now it's not like a date for me. I never like done a date, but I'll bring like a whole bunch of my homegirls. Like this time I brought like 5 of my
Yeah.
homegirls, and just
Introduce me to none. But yeah. Mhm.
I can't really introduce somebody when they're on stage and I'm upstairs.
You can bring 'em down.
Leave.
There's a long line of people taking pictures. You can just bring them on down. We cut the. You just cut the line. I know if Ryan's bringing them.
Mouse is very selective when he wants. You see, some days it's like, yeah, bring him down. Other days it's like, no, I come down here. So, you know, I just learned to pick and choose my battles. And I'm just let you look because everybody was looking. It was
Oh, boy, I was looking.
It was a
Boy,
beautiful, it was a beautiful arrangement. Of,
Boy, I hosted the show
Flowers?
just like...
Flowers?
of-
I hosted the show just like this, Matt.
It was
Hey,
beautiful.
welcome to Trap Karaoke, everybody. How you doing?
Because it's crazy.
Y'all
Like,
are so beautiful tonight.
LA's
Y'all are
trap,
so goddamn good tonight.
LA's trap karaoke right now is really set up like there's a stage
Yeah.
and the VIPs are the two top sections.
On either
So
side.
Hold on,
now,
what venue
Velasco,
are you at?
Velasco.
Nice.
So now I get there. Even if I get there a little early or late, whatever, I know like
Where
it's
you
either gonna
going?
be in the right. So I'm like, yo, Mouse, what side's yours? Because he has his, and then other homie got his side.
Got it.
So I'm good on that side. So I get there and I'm like first. I'm like, all right. Then everybody, it's just like they get there, dead ass. Like, it's like a fork in the road. It's like hood niggas. Nah, Ryan, and a whole bunch of pretty women. Like, we're gonna go over there. Like, and mind you, I still got like Trav with me. I still got,
course,
I got
of
like
course.
the gang on me, but then I have a whole bunch of pretty girls. But it's not even just to be like, I'm on a date. It's like, yo,
No.
but I brought fun, pretty girls. Like, every girl I brought,
Everyone was singing at the top of their
Singing,
lungs,
they-
hanging over the rail.
wilding out. And it's like, that's where you really get to see somebody, even if it's just a
I want you to
friendship. Like,
know, he introduced me to none.
To a nun?
0 out of 5.
To none of them.
None.
I thought you said a nun.
No, it would be nice if
by
he
the time
introduced me
I
to a
saw
nun,
him-
because,
by
like,
the
that
time
would
I
be
saw
one.
him,
But
it
no,
was-
he introduced me to 0.
I don't think I seen him after.
Oh, now you didn't see me after.
Did I see you after?
Yes.
I did.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, they weren't with me anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
They left.
Yeah.
Met somewhere else.
Hey, Mac, what you been up to? So
Hey
we get into
man,
this
I've been dead smack in the middle of finishing Swagger, which we just finished. Season 2.
Yes,
done.
sir. Mr. Shirt Off Show.
Finally something good. Finally
off
something
showing.
good going
Right.
for KD this year.
Yo,
Sorry.
relax.
It was right there.
Relax.
It was right there. I'm sorry.
My son
It
killed.
was right there.
He didn't
Nah,
last night.
you saw that. You saw that.
Woo! You didn't see when I put it on Instagram?
Son.
Want to see a dead body?
Shaking bait,
Yo,
nigga.
He made that man touch earth with his face.
Yo, I got a picture of niggas.
Yo, I got it.
Son,
Then the niggas in the back like this. Shit's bad.
it's bad. It's bad. Anyway, been finishing up Swagger. So, you know, Swagger's done finally. We got that locked in. You know, baby on the way.
Baby number deuce.
Baby number deuce on the way. I mean, again, I don't know. Maybe by the time you guys see this, the baby is here. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
I tell you what,
This
I
whole
do.
thing is crazy right now. It's madness. But you know, baby number 2, baby number 1 is.
That's not a baby.
She is not a baby.
That is a grown adult,
She is not a baby.
and I need you to respect her.
Dog, she is a thug, man.
Yeah, I got kids.
She is so much of a thug. It doesn't even make sense.
I'm just an uncle.
And so the other night I finished up the show. I mean, I
Honorary.
finished up on set. It was
Yeah.
like 4 a.m. or something like that. I get in the house. I'm trying to sneak because I don't want to be loud.
Right.
Everybody's
You got a baby and a pregnant woman in there. You don't
So
want
I'm
to die.
moving around. I'm trying to sneak. Now Tristan does this thing. I don't think anybody knows. Tristan does this thing where like, and it's because we're trying to do this. What is it? The gentle parenting.
Yes, you got a gentle parent.
We're
Yes,
trying
mhm.
to do this gentle
Yeah.
parenting. So you know when she's
My kid is already grown. I fuck him.
yeah,
Fuck him.
it's different. It's
Try with
different.
these new ones.
It's different. So it's like when she's having tantrums or when she's having fits, you know, we try to console her and be like, "Oh, do you want to talk about it? Use your words, etc., etc." So now in her head, everything that has to do with getting picked up, being cuddled, dad, talk about it. So that's her thing. Like,
Yeah,
dad, talk about
you
it.
gonna communicate.
Word.
So I get in the house. It's late. I'm just trying to sneak in. I go in the bathroom, close the door. I'm like, okay, cool. Everybody sleeps still. I didn't move nothing. I open the door, turn off the lights, and in the dark is a short, hulking figure.
Short hulking figure.
And
It reminds me of when what's his name told the story. R.I.P. my man. What's the comedian? How am I having a brain freeze? Bernie Mac when he was
Oh,
telling the
yeah,
story
yeah.
about
dog,
cookies.
him downstairs. Nigga, short, hulking figure in the door. First off, I'm scared as shit because it's dark. Brand new house. We live damn near in the woods. It's ridiculous. I don't know if it's a midget white person. I don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is. You just
I don't know what it
Where?
is.
I don't know if it's a midget white person. It's crazy. How'd the
crazy.
midget white person get in your house?
I don't know.
They-
I don't know.
The doggy
You
dog.
never seen Lord of the Rings?
Doggy door.
You never seen Lord of the Rings? Little Hobbit.
Little hobbit.
Little Hobbit.
So she just all I hear is, Dad, talk about it. I said,
Wow.
oh wow. All right, so I guess you're laying in my bed tonight.
Yeah, talk about it.
Talk about
Talk about it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about it. Come on.
You've been talking.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing a whole lot of talking about it. Yeah.
Well, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I need a little short figure running around. Yeah, so I'm tired of these ones.
Wow.
I'm tired of these ones. I'm
Listen.
playing. Bro, I'm playing a
Listen,
Sweet
listen,
16.
listen.
I know you are.
Yeah. These are the choices you've made.
I can't wait. Niggas, when they treating his geriatric ass,
Oh my
when
god.
they are treating his geriatric
man.
ass like
But
like
not
a,
even that. I
but look-
can't wait till Ryan is like 40, has his first kid.
yo, you know he's gonna be one of them
40,
niggas.
I gotta do 40. I
Yeah,
can't.
it might be 43.
I got 7
might be 40.
years.
It might
Like,
be 40.
I can't. Nothing before that.
I mean, I'm
No.
praying for
No,
you.
no, no,
My
no.
pops had me at 40.
bro.
He's doing pretty good
Four
for
tray.
himself.
He's doing pretty good for himself.
He's going 4 tray.
43.
He's getting 4 tray. And he's gonna be one of them overparent ass niggas. He's like, hey, you wash your hands before you come in here. Hey, mouse.
It's gonna be more about me.
He be
than
like
the
this. He
kid.
be like, mouse.
I can't do this.
He be like,
You gotta
mouse.
Wash your hands for me. I'm trying to be here. I'm not
Hey,
trying to-
hey, mouse. Who you was with last night? Don't
be kissing my baby.
Don't come in here.
Don't come in here.
Don't
kissing my
come
baby.
here.
Don't do it.
Don't.
Don't do it.
All right,
It's gonna
now.
be right because y'all kids gonna be old enough to babysit my kid.
True indeed.
Fire.
You think any of
True
our?
indeed.
Yes.
I want you to think.
Yes.
You might have a chance with
Yeah.
Mook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Cool.
Definitely
Sonny,
Mook.
not happening.
That's fine.
Tristan, not happening.
I'm begging
New
on next
baby?
one. I'm begging on next one. I'm begging on that one. That's the one I'm begging on. And you gonna be the nigga to have a kid right there with me. You gonna be.
Oh,
the-
but- yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna have mine at 43.
That-
You gonna have another one
it'll be
at
back to back.
43.
Yeah, I'm lonely. Yeah, I'm
It'll be
lonely.
back to back.
I'm lonely. I'm
Like,
feeling
yo, Rob, wait. I heard you. You go. Let me hold on. Let me get.
Hold on,
baby. Come here, baby.
I hope you think you can think Ryan could outdo me.
Rod can't. No.
Yo, you know the funny part? Me and Ryan will fuck around and have a baby on the same day.
At the same,
Just like us.
same exact day.
Just like us.
I'll have the boy.
That's what you think?
He's just good.
That's what you think?
You know the Powerpuff Girls.
Wow.
That's just
Sugar
you.
spice and everything.
Here
Nice.
goes the thing. If Nick Cannon ain't teach me nothing, stay low and keep fired.
Try
try
again. Yo.
And on that note, I think it's safe to move into our topic
Oh
today.
my
But
God.
look, we're talking about decisions we make as men.
Oh,
Yes.
yes,
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Which circles around to some big decisions you both made in your life.
Okay.
I want to talk about the decision to get married.
That's how we kicking it off.
I mean, I wanted
What we
to.
doing the first episode?
I want
What is going on?
because if I think about it, like when we first started
Yeah.
our podcast, you weren't married. I'm not
True.
gonna even say it wasn't a thought in your mind because I think it's a thought in everybody's
I think
mind.
everybody
but
thinks
it
about
just
it, but
wasn't
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So I wanted to go back, and since this is a rebrand, it's
Yeah.
kind of showing what we've done in the past and talked about, but stuff that's already done.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people in the beginning never knew you were married.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't know you were married
Yeah.
at that time.
I remember when I said it on the podcast. Ryan was like,
I found out just off proximity.
Yeah.
Mouse brought Shorty around and was on some like, hey, Tris, this is such and such. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. When she left and went to the bathroom, he was like, you know that was my ex-wife. I was like, your ex-wife?
It's like what
no, we were still married. When you
Yes,
met her,
you
we were still
were.
married.
You definitely were
Mhm.
still married.
so
Yeah.
especially at that age, how old were you?
That day? You're talking about that time when I
Yeah,
introduced him?
yeah.
27?
We were all 27.
Okay, so to know that you had a wife and there's things happen and
Jesus
you're not
Christ.
in the same situation anymore. To know that you're married, but it all comes down to a choice and ultimately who the woman that you want to be with forever and what
Mhm.
it is and how long y'all been together and what it takes to be that man. But ultimately, like, when was that day that it was like I'll start no. I'll start with Mac.
When was the day? So I have a weird love story with Christina. Very weird love story because we met on the set of The Wire. We met since we were kids. So I think even at a young age, once we started kind of kicking it and everything, I was like, I wanted to marry her. No, I started to, you believe these fairy tale-esque ideas, like, the girl that you lose your virginity to and this, that, and the third, you'll get married to. Nigga, I'm talking
Did you
about.
pocket that V card?
Yep, that was her.
Pussy.
Yep. Call her what you may.
I'm just jealous, honestly.
But even at that time, and she'll tell you, I think we were about 18, 19 years old, and I gave her a ring pop, and I said, save that because I'm going to give you a real one later.
Mm.
Did she save the ring pop?
She does. She did.
Where's it
She
at?
still has it. It's in her mom's storage.
That's what.
Can't
Oh,
compete.
all right. I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but the storage probably hot as hell.
It's probably melted. I mean, it's fine.
It's
but
just
she
the
kept
ring.
it.
It's
It's
just
just
the ring.
the plastic at
Ain't
this
no
point.
pop.
It's
But
just the ring.
that's love.
That's love, though.
All the trials and the tribulations.
Come
We
on.
still got
There you go.
one love.
One love.
So I think
One
for
love.
me, there wasn't any specific time besides the time that I met her that I was like, that time that I put my jacket over her when we were doing The Wire. Like she was walking.
She was an extra on the
She
wire,
was an
correct?
extra on The Wire.
So you were. Oh,
I was 15,
Okay.
and it was it's a classroom for the kids, and for some reason, she always stood out to me. We were walking to lunch one day, and I really didn't know how to talk to girls, and I was like, I really like her. And I saw we was walking to lunch, and I saw that she was cold. They wouldn't let the extras bring coats and all of that stuff. They wouldn't give them extra coats and nothing like that. So I gave her my sweater, and I was like, "Yo, you look cold, so I wanna."
you mine.
You imprinted on her.
That's what you did. You
You
did.
pissed on the fire hydrant.
You did. You said you
My
mine.
nigga.
You showed.
Thank you.
You
Thank
showed the whole cast
That's me.
what was going on.
Yeah, but she wasn't fucking with me at the time.
Yeah, but I mean,
She didn't fuck with me at all.
As it happens.
It's not really. We don't care.
Yeah,
As
you
it
know,
happens.
you
really-
see where we ended up.
Yeah, it really wasn't her choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
The sweater was the sweater.
The sweater was the
The
sweater.
sweater did what the sweater did.
so I'm
Absolutely.
gonna switch it over to you, Mouse.
Yeah.
When
First day.
first time you knew that it was she was the one.
Uh.
Ooh.
And I mean, your situation is a little different.
Yeah.
You don't have to go too deep into how it's different because if they don't know, they haven't been listening to us.
Mhm.
But if they haven't, and this is their first time, you give a little background on something. But the most important thing for me is, I mean, finding that you found that person in that point in time that you felt was.
So I came back from the military. I probably came back from the military probably like a month before I met her.
Mhm.
The whole time I was in VA on bullshit. I was on bullshit. I have no idea how I made it out of there, but I was in VA on bullshit. Niggas tried to kill me. Came back up here. Came back to New York. My dad called me. He was like, he said, son, just come home. Because, I was rebelling. I was like, nah, bro, I ain't coming up there. I'm getting money down here. He just called me to come home. My dad said, come home, I'm coming home. So niggas tried to kill me. I hit that goddamn Chinese bus so fast. I get back up
That
here.
joint was great. 30.
Great.
It was, how much was it? It was like
$30.
Yeah, $30
From VA, from Virginia Beach.
This is the worst
To,
bus ride I've ever
It's
taken in my
the
life.
It's
worst bus ride ever.
I've
disgusting.
only taken it once, and I.
The,
will
m-
never
but you gotta remember that as much as I
disgusting.
took that Chinese bus,
It's
I
a
made it
long
work.
ass bus ride.
It is. It's
Cause
ridiculous.
they take mad bathroom stops. Like,
Mad
bro,
it's ridiculous.
stops, bro.
for
It's ridiculous.
$15,
The
bro.
one I got on, I went to homecoming at Hampton, and just so happened it was a thunderstorm. Well, first we leave from Chinatown, and we stop in like Staten Island.
Yeah. To go to the bathroom.
No. Something was wrong with they
the
knew
bus.
something was wrong with the bus, so they was like, "Yo, we're gonna go here and go straight there." We there for like 45 minutes. I'm like, "Okay, cool." Get back on the bus. It starts raining. I see the water, like the stain, like when you know it's coming. It's like Final Destination. Shit wasn't dripping on nobody, and it stopped over my head.
Oh
and it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Boonk, boonk,
Yep.
boonk. So I woke up to. I'm like, nah. So then I move. I'm like, I bet it stopped here. There's another chair back here. I moved to another chair. The shit followed me. I
Yeah.
said, oh my God, never again. That shit was so long of a trip.
Shout out to the
Never
China
again.
bus, man.
Shout out to the
But yeah,
Chinese
back
bus.
to you.
13 Allen Street, heard. If you know, you know.
Hated that shit.
If you know, you
You
know. But yeah, I came back. Another life-threatening event happens. I get to church. And that's when I met her.
In church?
I met her in church. And the funny thing is, my dad told me on deployment probably a year prior, he was like, there's this new girl at church. And look like somebody who life you could ruin. I was just
Oh,
like, yo, what's up
wow.
with you, boy?
Wow.
And then, but he was like, no, and then my mom was like, yeah, we was in. We was like, shit, he love her. I'm like, whatever. Mind you, I never had no girlfriend up to this point. Like, I mean, obviously, I was 17 when I left for boot camp.
Mhm.
I come back 21, 22 years old. Never had no girlfriend before. So I get back, meet her. We met June 10th, 2010. That's Sunday. I was dead broke. I had $50 in my name. The Italian festival was on Long Island. We call it Saint Cyril's.
Yeah.
So we go to the little festival. I spend my last little bit of money trying to win her a prize, and I don't win her the prize. So much so that she gave me money to try and win. Her.
You still ain't win?
Still ain't win.
Damn, son.
And I'll never forget. She said the funny thing. She was like, "Damn, nigga, never wasted my $20 before." I was like, "Oh."
Nigga was hurt.
Shot through the heart.
Shot through the fucking heart. And then, there was a little bit of a cat and mouse game for, no pun intended, for about a few days.
You said a few days.
A few days. Yeah, this is 2010, you know what I mean?
Days,
So,
like a year.
yeah. So it was like, okay. We ended up going on our first date. This is when I knew. Our first date, I was, just back from boot camp,
Yep.
super healthy, super into fitness, also super broke. So
So he was brolic,
right. I was
but skinny.
very,
Hungry,
Pockets was skinny.
hungry,
very,
but
and
swole.
so I was hungry before,
He was
because
Hungry.
one bowl of oatmeal will do me in.
Hey.
So I said, so she wanted to go out. I was like, yeah, let's go out. We could do a workout date. Right? I was like, we go to the park.
free shit.
Yeah, we go to the park. I already had some grapes, had some fruits and shit. I was like, yeah, we could just eat healthy. Whatever. She was like, I don't want to do that shit. she was like, let's go to the movies. I was like, all right, well, what's out? She was like, I want to see Toy Story. Toy Story had just dropped, the newest one at that time.
Was
Now,
that,
Toy Story
I was about to say, what was that? Toy
4?
Story
2?
3 at that time? 4?
3 or 4.
Yeah,
It was either 3 or 4. Not 2.
Because
have been
4
2.
dropped.
Recently.
It was
It was 3. Now, Toy Story is very special to my family because it's the only movie we've ever seen together as a family in the theater. Because my parents had too many kids.
Well.
And they wasn't taking 5 kids to go see no damn movie.
So y'all all saw like
We
a
all-
Toy Story? Or?
No, we all seen Toy Story number 1.
Oh, I was about to say like
that was it.
I was like, yeah, we saw 1, we saw 2. We
No.
saw, like
We only seen that, right?
Alright.
So when we went and seen Toy Story 3, it was like, okay, now we get to the theater. No, before we went to the theater. So she heard me, so she mentions the movies, and immediately my mom like, fuck, who can I borrow money from? She must have heard the pause in my voice. She was like, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it.
that's when you knew.
Yeah, that's what I knew. It sounds funny, it sounds like, but like just that,
Somebody could hold you down.
and I never experienced that before. Like, obviously, I was, I'm a kid, never knew I needed to experience that. But yeah, and then,
I get that.
yeah,
I get that. I get that.
yeah, and it was just like,
Well, even
like, it's that important to hang out with me that you would pay for the first date.
Yeah.
okay, so both y'all in your mind had y'all time when y'all knew y'all wanted to marry that person.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's take it a step further. When did you know it was the right time to propose to that person?
That's a good question.
You first.
So I knew very early when I was gonna marry her. Like, fuck, like, oh, this is the one. Like, I knew that I was going to put
A ring,
on her finger in
Absolutely.
this amount of time. I knew. Man, it was probably after watching her relationship with my oldest daughter, because I got custody of my oldest daughter like right when we started dating. So just watching them bond and watching that family dynamic begin to build and watching her just fall into place with my family and vice versa.
It just felt
It
right.
just felt like this. Literally, I said to myself, as soon as I get this income tax, it's this how long ago? Nothing. Neither one of us get income tax no more.
2,200.
Woo!
You was getting
Niggas
more money. 'cause
pay
you had a
income
bit- you had a
tax,
kid.
goddamn.
I do that.
Get a
I
little-
do that.
get a little 10-pack.
Hey. I ain't never seen it.
Hey,
Never seen it. It went right to that motherfucking ring.
But it came.
Okay. But it came. But yeah.
What kind of what cut did you get her? What kind of?
I did the single. I did the solitaire, 2 carats. Put the 2 carat single on a finger.
Nice.
Went to
Went to Jared's.
Nah, I went to
Went to
I went to
Zales.
my mother. My mother and father have a jeweler.
Went to K.
No, maybe I should have.
Every kiss.
Every kid.
Every kiss begins with K. Hey.
But yeah, I went there. I went to the jeweler, got it. Shout out to
Family
he listened to the
jeweler.
show. My cousin.
Family jeweler.
Don't do that. My mom and dad go to
Yo,
this
you
jeweler.
everybody know a jeweler, and he's the family. You don't have to be in your family, but your
That's
family
no,
go to that
'cause
jeweler.
it's- all right, no, because family jeweler will entail that we're buying so much jewelry.
No,
I mean-
no. There's
Y'all know
al-
jewelers.
Yeah,
I'm
there-
just saying,
there's
that's all it
always
is.
a nigga in the hood.
That
Don't
everybody
have to be
knows.
that guy, but there's always a nigga in the hood. You don't know how he got cool
Right.
in the jeweler district.
Right.
But he's like, our family don't go nowhere. We go to him.
And Boris is his name, so we went to Boris.
Oh wow.
We went to
Wow.
Boris.
Oh wow.
Boris is
Shit.
crazy.
Went to
Boris
Bo-
is crazy.
Boris is
Yeah.
black?
Boris is
Russian.
Hungarian.
Close.
Close. But
knew it was-
Boris is Hungarian.
Yeah, for sure.
Somewhere from that area.
Yeah, somewhere from over
But he
there.
held the family down.
Held the
That's-
family down.
Ah,
He was
okay.
like, "Oh, I remember you a baby.
Oh, you such a
now you're getting married." And
Kiss the forehead.
I never
Ah,
forget.
wow.
I had stole one of her rings off a dresser so I could
the-
figure out something.
For the
I mean,
size.
you were
Alright.
good.
Yeah.
You were good at
And I
stealing
put it
stuff
right
by
back.
that time.
He was
So she
good.
never knew.
Of course, she was good at that.
Put it right back, bang.
Your thing.
But it
That was something he wasn't used to doing.
Put it in the back.
Putting it back.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't.
But
First of all, I don't.
to
I don't
get
know
married,
what y'all.
he had to.
First of all, I don't steal from people. Never been that person.
Cause then,
steal from stores.
Because then it would have been like, yo, so you stole my ring to buy me another. Where is the other ring though? Like,
We're worried about two different things here.
Why aren't you just happy with the ring I got you?
But that was I knew like there were many days that I was like, this is happening.
Mhm.
It's
It's just when.
it was just one. But yeah, if you ask me to, I don't remember the exact day. I just know that it was. I knew. I'm talking about early on. Like our pastor had called us in, and he was like,
You knew
"Son,"
it was up. It was,
yeah, like
but
he
for
was-
you, it was more financial getting it right so you could get the ring.
exactly. I
Exactly.
just needed the ring. If I could have proposed to her, I was in love the first day.
You would have.
If I could, if I had the ring, the second day we met, I would
You
have
would've did it.
proposed.
So, but it's kind of different for you, Mac, because you at the time
Had the money.
you had the money. Your staff. I didn't want to say it like that. They got me out here
You-
like
you can wait a
like
minute.
bad.
No,
Like,
you can wait a minute. You wait a minute.
he got me out here like.
No. You wait a minute. I'll get back
What's
to you in a
What's
minute.
her name? What's Oprah? Gail.
Ayala?
Nah, Gail. They got me
Oh,
over
Gail,
here
okay.
like Gail. Gail be like, So you didn't have the money.
No. First thing
He
this
had
bitch
the
ass
money.
nigga did jump. No one asked you about the money.
Gail gonna be like this. Well, I'm gonna let y'all talk about this. She in here
Oh
like
my
this
God.
with her notebook.
And that's real funny, right?
Oh my
That's real.
So back to
Nigga was
my-
sleep. Nigga was sleep for 40 minutes. He wake up on that.
That
Go
ass.
back to fucking sleep.
So
Yeah, I had the money. Fuck you.
So yes, your situation was a little different because, well, not only was it financially different, but you were older.
Why the fuck you kept saying that?
Because I'm trying.
We already established that he was-
I'm trying to separate it.
Yeah, it's just,
You
it's
were
a
young.
separation. You were young. It makes sense.
And bro,
Yes.
Yeah.
But you said all
he
that.
was young and rich.
Wow, this is just
But he wasn't as young as you were. He was older. He was in his 30s.
yeah.
He still had more money than me.
Yes, absolutely. You're damn right. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to ask. I'm here to ask questions. Damn, mouse. Shit. So look, your situation. Sheesh. So your situation was a little different because yes, you were. Damn, this gonna sound
Yeah, go ahead.
horrible.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You were successful. Yo, you just told me you lost your last 50 and you lost. You wasn't successful, brother. You had a great heart though. You was
had a good heart.
You was a killer on the field, boy. I'll tell you that. You did your thing.
Oh,
But when it came to the ducats, you ain't have them. My son had ducats.
man.
So, but I would also think it's a little harder when you got the money, because there's more of a chance that's like, I have to get everything right. Like when you have no money and it's like it's all about love and being together.
There's some leeway.
There's like, yo, look, we can get what we want later down the line if that's what we want. But right now we just want each other. When it come to you, it's like,
No,
I know you got
what I want.
bread.
You know what
what I want, and you know the cut I want. How you know my? You don't gotta steal nothing. You don't gotta borrow nothing to bring it back. You don't gotta do none of that.
I was trying to find out the size.
That's what I'm saying. You don't gotta do that, because at this age by now, he's already asked her a million times. Well, not even a million times. He's asked her one time, a long ass time ago, what her ring size is, and he knows it. You wasn't thinking about that. You like had it in our mind. Still, how we think now is how the fuck we gonna get this ring?
Yeah.
He already asked when they was kids, whatever.
Yeah.
So
the communication styles is different too.
it's way different. But on that end, knowing you have everything to get what she wants, what makes the moment special then? Like, what makes it special in your mind as far as like, I have everything. Like I know what she says to you. How do I give the person I love that has everything? What is it?
All the time. Yeah, she says that all the time.
That has everything.
What do I get for the person that has
has
everything?
But I guess in your mind, it's like, what were you to give her? And you knew you could get her anything, but you had to make it the right thing.
I'm not gonna hold you. If it was left up to me, I wanted to do something even crazier than what I did.
Yeah, I remember that conversation.
I was setting it up. Like, you know, we were constantly having the marriage conversation. We were always trying to figure out what we were doing, how we were doing it. And I was actively, I talked to her dad, I talked to her mom, I talked to my mom, I talked to my dad. Everybody knew already Tristan's gonna propose. It wasn't a question. It was literally just when the time is. I'm talking to Greg on some like, okay, like putting together like ring composites, like, yo, it's like this ring but this ring and blah 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 blah. Like, I want to take a little bit of this ring and mix it with this one and flip this, and I know she wants a pear shape. I gotta get a pear shape, and it gotta be
tough. That sounds stressful, bro.
But it's fun. The creative shit was fun for me.
Okay.
That's the shit that I love.
creating what you really wanted. Okay,
Just
I get that.
the creative shit was fun for me. When we were having the conversation, and I remember she brought marriage up. We were driving through to go see Christmas lights. Me, her, Tristan in the car, we're driving. Somehow marriage comes up in the conversation, and we're talking about it. And I'm like, yo, like, the only reason why you haven't gotten proposed to yet is because I want to make sure that I do it right. Like, I want to make sure that I make it a moment the right way. Like,
it's forever.
I'm trying to, it's forever. This is something that you hold on to forever. And she said, I don't need that. I was like, what you mean?
That fucks you up.
She said, I don't need all of that. Like, Tristan, we've been at this since we were kids. I'm not somebody who's here for the bread. I'm not somebody who's here for like all of that stuff. I
love you.
I see you. I've known you since you were in the projects.
In fact, when you didn't have it,
When
you were
you
working
didn't
to
have it.
She
You
was
knew
really.
that when I knew you when you had mouse money.
She was really.
Exactly.
No.
Pretty much.
No.
Hold
No.
on,
No.
bitch.
I'm sorry.
No.
I mean,
I don't think.
First of all,
I'm about to say,
first of
I
all,
don't-
first the fuck of
I
all,
had mouse money because I couldn't touch my money. There we go. It was entrusted.
Shit.
It was entrusted.
oh, the rebrand's gonna be so fire with 2 guests, with 2 hosts.
Oh, mouse broke. Oh. And he was 15. You was 12.
Don't
Oh.
point at me, bitch. Oh, Cam's laughing. Yeah, this is so funny.
All right. No, but she was like, yo, Tristan, I've been to your house in the projects. Like, I've slept with you. I've slept on the couch in your mother's house in the projects. Like, I've been everywhere with you. I don't need something extravagant. I know who you are, and I just want to marry you. I was like, Slim, we can go get married tomorrow. What's up? And that's when it happened. Like, it was like, that was the moment.
Mm-hmm.
That was okay.
I remember he called me. You called me. It's funny that you said that, right? Because that conversation just came up Because I feel like a week prior you called me and was asking me,
Yeah.
yo, when you did this, you know what I mean? And like we had that moment, like
You
are
can
we
go
really-
back. Would you have made that same? Nah, fuck. Great guy.
All right. That's what's
yo,
going on.
I'm telling you,
in this evolution of the podcast, I'm the one
mind
being
you, mind
tried.
you.
I'm
Hold
pussy
on.
in this podcast now.
Mind you,
I'm
we went
running
to-
the interview here today, folks. What are you talking about? My shit. It's a new day. Up in
God
here.
damn.
The guys next door. This is a new day. I got the vision. And everything that's here is what we said.
Oh my God, that's so great. That's so great.
But that also goes towards like supporting people. But another major thing, because of course I have thoughts. Don't laugh at my thoughts.
No, I'm not laughing at shit. I'm still laughing at the way you said that shit.
But because I have to ask y'all these questions because eventually, of course, like I see myself getting married.
Of
at some
course.
point.
Yeah,
Of course.
48.
I mean, 48, 52,
52?
65,
Who knows?
15.
30.
30.
35, 37.
45, 47.
Ryan get married before me, I'm gonna cry.
I know
be.
you will. Like
cry.
the
Yeah,
tears
yeah.
at- the
First of all,
tears at Ryan's
don't-
Ryan's
I mean,
wedding.
I am the last guy
Don't make
next
it
door
seem
to
like
get
I am
married.
just hard, like a hard person to be married.
Give me a
to.
second. Give me a
Don't-
second. Give me a second. If Ryan gets married before me,
Don't worry.
Hold on, give me a second. If Ryan,
if FlyRy gets
Ooh,
married
wee.
before me, oh, I swear to God, there's no hope.
you understand
You
that
bitches have to deal with
Well,
hell.
I think it would affect me in some ways. But when y'all proposed, did y'all ever think about how it could affect other people around you in your lives?
No, it was tunnel vision for me. I didn't give a fuck about anyone else. I
But
cared.
I think you did. I think you did. I think you cared about how your daughter.
Because at that point,
Or maybe I'm
at
just
that
lying.
point, I'm a parent, and I know what was best.
Okay.
And I already seen their relationship.
And you knew that was
She
the better
start.
thing.
My oldest, Mook started calling her mom on her own. No one ever asked her.
Ever
No one
forced
ever
that.
had the conversation. She was her playful name for all of a month,
and then it
and became mommy such and such, and then it just was mommy. That was it. No one ever asked her for. It's like me and my dad. No, I met my dad.
It was right.
He was my
It was
dad.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
He was my dad.
yeah.
And I was like, "Is it okay if I call you dad?" He was like, if that's what you want." He's been my dad since I was 6. It's the same thing. So it was never a function in my mind. I didn't care how anybody was gonna feel. I just knew that this was my wife, and yeah, full tunnel vision. I didn't give a fuck.
For me, the only person that I really thought about in this situation was her mom and my mom. My mom, because my mom has 4 kids, and 3 of her kids are married now, and all 3
Including you?
including me, and all 3 of her kids, she has never gotten a chance to be there at a wedding ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
She's never been able to be there for a wedding ceremony. All 3 of us damn near did the same thing.
Yo,
just
everybody
eloped.
eloped.
And Christina's mom for damn near the same reason. Like Christina is her first daughter. Like Christina's the oldest in the family. So for her to get married, it's usually a big thing for families, especially for mothers, right? So I didn't care too much about my dad.
Niggas is
I'm
niggas.
like, niggas is
Yeah,
niggas.
facts.
Her dad, same thing. It was like, niggas is niggas. But I really was more worried. And again, it wasn't the proposal. It was more of the marriage, like the day of getting married. Because it wasn't even a proposal. I wouldn't even say that I proposed to her, honestly, until after we were already married on paper. We got married, like literally the next day. I took her to go buy it. We went to buy a dress. We went to the courthouse.
Shotgun. That's what's called, right?
Shotgun is usually somebody's making you get married.
Really?
Is it?
Yeah.
I
So
thought,
the-
I
so
thought
the idea-
shotgun wedding was just like on the spot. Like,
Yeah, I
yo, let's
think
get
that-
married.
The idea of a shotgun wedding is the dad putting a gun to your back.
Shotgun
You ain't
wedding.
gonna tell
Bang.
Me. You ain't got Google gonna tell me. You only did it once.
You only did it
A
once.
marriage
goddamn.
forced or required because of pregnancy. Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a father finds out his daughter's
Yeah,
The
you
girls
ain't,
get
you
married.
ain't making my
Uh-uh,
daughter.
like, you
yeah,
ain't
you ain't
gonna-
making my daughter
Okay,
a
okay,
legitimate
okay,
mom.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
a shotty.
Shotgun
So
wedding.
pow
Pow.
pow. So but I think that was the biggest thing. But the way that I tried, I guess I did a little more than my siblings did. You know, in the state of Virginia, which is the state that we got married, in the state of Virginia, you don't have to have a witness, but you still have to actually have not a ceremony, but you have to have an officiant married.
Somebody has to be there.
Somebody, there has to be an officiant, a reverend, somebody
ordainment,
to
something.
to ordain your
Okay.
marriage.
Okay.
So after we went to the courthouse and we got all of our papers signed, we had to call this lady who does weddings like on the day, on the spot. Called her up. She came through. Shout out to her. I forget your name, but you really held us down. Came upstairs and she was like literally on our roof, just married us. But she was like, do you guys want to FaceTime your parents or something and all of that? And I was like, it's a beautiful idea. I FaceTime my mom, my dad, and not FaceTime, Zoomed my mom, my dad, her dad. So it was just them and us. That's it.
But that meant something to y'all. That's what y'all
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what everybody's different. Like, niggas know my wedding gonna be some.
It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna
Mind
be
you, I wanted my wedding to be crazy.
Well, it's still.
You can still do
I mean,
it.
we still gonna make
Yeah.
me and Christina still gonna make a situation. We're probably gonna do it later on down the line. But
It's
Oh,
still-
y'all gonna wait it out.
yeah, we're gonna
Right,
wait it
right,
out. But dog, the ring I had, I
Some
was
shit.
taking pieces of Audrey Hepburn's ring, Princess Diana's ring. I was putting it together. So,
You got
son,
time. You still
but-
got time.
No, well, that's the thing, right? Like,
It's
you think
crazy.
about. We all read Will Smith's book, right?
No.
No.
I didn't finish it, but yes.
Did you get to the part where like
I've
him and
told-
Jada start having their issues?
Mhm.
I've told myself side note, I'm gonna stop little lies. So, when someone asks you, yo, you know such and such? Yeah, it's like, nah, I don't. I'm
You was
just
about to do a little lie.
He was-
We all read Will Smith's book. Yeah.
nah, nope. He's been over there like, not all of it. Nope, no, didn't touch it. Sorry.
I didn't finish it. I started.
So in the book, it talks about him and Jada. He talks about this big birthday party he did for Jada, and then it all culminated with like he showed this documentary that traced her lineage all the way back to the slave plantation.
Wow.
And at the end of this documentary, everyone's standing up, standing ovation, clapping for this, like, the party, the week, all these celebrations, the documentary, everybody's clapping. And, he could see it, since something was like, Jada was like, So when they got to the hotel room, he said, yo, what's going on? Like, you all right? She said that was the biggest display of ego I've ever seen. He couldn't understand. And that's what I think. Like, when I hear you talk about the ring, like, what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's like, she don't want that.
She don't want that.
She got
you
what
know,
she
hold on. You know what
wants.
she wanted? We went to K's, which is why it was funny that you said that. We went to K's, and we literally went so that she can show me kind of an idea of what she wanted. She said, I want that one. I was like, okay, that's the idea. No, I want that one. Are you sure? Like, babe, I could do something way
don't-
better, way crazier.
don't
Like, I
want
have that. I want
That's what she wants.
that one. That's it.
And I think those are I don't know those moments. I mean, I know moments like that in other ways, but I think moments like that are really what brings love together. Because the expectation of the big ring, the big wedding.
Well, you got to pay
the
attention
big-
to it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, some women, that's their dream to have this. But when it really comes down to loving somebody, there's always like, there's certain things that we look at. Like, I know in my mind, my wife's going to want the biggest wedding. But the wife that I meet whenever might not want
Might not
none of
want
that
none.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, her hip gonna be bad because y'all gonna be pretty old.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's cool.
So
Guess
she
who's
might not
gonna
want
be
to do
the-
all that.
I was about
Guess
to
who-
say, hold on. You
Guess who's
you,
gonna
you
be the
never
same
know.
age?
He gonna be an old whippersnapper. She gonna be a young whippersnapper.
You're right. You're right. I forgot who was dealing with. Clock. Yeah, creep
Young
man, creep
jungle kitty.
man, creep man.
I'm the creep man now. I can only imagine
War.
when you're 80 years old.
Be with another idiot. Be with a fucking 90-year-old.
It's track karaoke. Oh, yo, I just want to shout out my young
My young thing.
50 and up. Raise your hand. Y'all know this one?
Y'all know this one, right?
1,000 kids. Y'all know this one.
Yo. Goodness gracious.
All right. Let me get back to some shit. All right, so of course there's so much positive that goes on in these marriages and these
Right.
relationships, and,
Right.
and people hate to talk about the bad days, but I kind of want to talk a little bit about like when you know when to walk away from something, and not I can't talk to you. I mean, I could talk to you about walking away from things, but I'm not gonna talk to you about marriage because yours is more deeper because you were actually married. So the actual, I won't even ask for the steps, but when did you realize? Because I think in my mind I think I'm right about this. Is you knew if it continued, she'd end up hating you.
Yeah, selfishly, I didn't care.
Okay.
I was walked away from. I would have never walked away.
Okay.
But
But
my heart's built
you're
different.
walked away from, but you let it go. You didn't-
No.
No, I'm not necessarily saying like you said, yo, just leave. Like I'm cool. You fought for it, but you understood that this is
I fought to a point that I was like, oh, this, I'll do this, but this thing over here won't ever change.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I'm willing to sacrifice my peace to be selfishly happy. Right?
Okay.
Like, I would be happy because I have the person that, I want.
There we go. Okay.
But I would have no
Yeah.
peace. Because
you would have no peace
in having
in
the person that I
happiness.
want, there would be no peace in this atmosphere. Because, how do I say this? I'm willing to do this, and you're willing to do this.
You're only willing to do this.
Exactly. That doesn't fit. Doesn't fit at all.
Mhm.
Right? So, it didn't help that at the time I was embarking on a new career, a very unstable one that was not
could be-
promised,
It
and
could be up one day, it could be down the next.
trying to get into foreign territory, that didn't help. You know what I mean? So it always looked like I was choosing
Work.
work over her. But then at a point, I realized it took me, and obviously I didn't realize this until further down the line, like being divorced and all that. A few years ago, actually, I realized like, oh, that part was me. She wasn't unsupportive. I made her hate my baby. Right? You never want to do that as a person, no matter a friendship. You never want people around you that love you are going to help you.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't hurt them. You don't want to make it, so when I say hate my baby, it's like, okay, everybody, we all live in this house, right? Somebody has a baby, we're like, all right, let's help. Let's all get in there.
If that baby bites you
If the baby bites you, the baby starts pissing on you, the baby starts throwing up,
over and over
and the
over
parent ain't there, I'm
To-
just like, here, Matt, take the baby. You love me, and you love, by proxy, my child. But now you don't want to deal with the child.
Mhm.
Because, nigga, I'm getting in here to help you, but where you at?
Mm-hmm.
That I wasn't showing up, right? I would show up and be like, she'd get off from work, and I'd be like, all right, I'm about to go to Brooklyn, link up with Kaz and them, and then I'm about to go here, I'm about to go link with Matt, do this. All right, I'll see you when I get home. Never, hey, you want to come with me today? Let's find something. Hey, I told my mom, she'll watch the kids, let's go. right? Because now you get to see the struggle, and you get to see it, and we get
Firsthand.
to experience it together, instead of it being this thing that is constantly taking your husband away.
Yeah.
So in that stance, what do you feel like was, I won't say like, yeah, I guess the final straw in her saying, I can't let this break us. I can't fight for this anymore. I have to essentially leave the situation before it gets worse. And I never want to even, like, I can't even understand why I have a child. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn.
Well, for me, my part.
no,
getting kinda
I
deep.
had to switch it to her just because I kind of understand you. I kind of
So
understand.
what? It was probably this career change.
Okay.
It was me being, to her credit, she spent 8 years, 7 years riding with me. Whatever I woke up and said I wanted to do that day, she was with. When she met me, I was trying to. When she met me, I was trying to become an EMT firefighter, and then stand up started working, and then she was running the merch table. She was checking tickets at the door. She was, she would make cupcakes, and sell them after the show. When I said I wanted, when I got really into, shout out to Issa Rae and Sexy Black TV. When I got into, the web series and things, the boom of the 2011 and 12, I was like, oh, I'm gonna write a web series. We had a brand new kid. She left me alone and let me write a show. She left me alone. And then it was time to audition people. That's how
Yeah.
I
know.
met Shannon and
Mhm.
Sean and all of them. And it was time to audition people. She was right there. Whatever it was she wrote, it was something about this thing. Something about this career turn that she was like, I can't. No, you're bugging now.
Was it saying too much? Was it speaking too much of your truth to the masses when she knew it at home? She could bear it at home. I could bear talking to you about what's going on and understanding you and what's going on, but that's us. But now you're taking what's going on with us, and unlike a comedy show, you could laugh at shit like that.
Well, that's the thing. The first podcast and the first things, the first iterations of things I was doing at that time wasn't as deep and transparent as these things are, right? I wouldn't even been able to do it back then because I didn't even have the understanding.
Yep.
It was so far. It was like, y'all know me when I first started. It was
It was ignorant.
It was raw.
raw and ignorant. And
Raw. And
so
ignorant.
I think that
But
probably played a
that was
part.
something that was you. She knew that was you.
Right.
But that was you at home.
Right.
And that could be your home. But once the world knows this uncut raw, it's like, yo, I can't really get down with that at that point in time.
I wish I had the answer. I don't know. To this day, I don't know. I just knew that something.
But it was a light
She
switch
checked
that it was up, that it was like, yo, she's done. She's came this far with me over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But it was something about what I'm doing now that it was a checkout.
And for me, it was like, I'm not going to chase you again.
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe it was just time, right? Maybe it was just, time and time again.
I feel like that's
constant-
also it, for sure.
Yeah, about to say the constant over and over. It can get tiring. And
What I will say, me and her had something extremely raw. It was so raw. It was so passionate. And we were not equipped to cherish and cultivate
to harness it.
and harness this rawness. The love we shared, or I would even say still share, right? The love we share, that shit can move mountains,
Yeah.
right? To this day. But we use it against each other, so we are the mountain that ends up getting moved, right? It's like, you do that over and over again. After a time, it's like, yeah, I'm okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't get, And then, because we're both broken human beings who are who we are, I take everything personal.
Absolutely.
So when you leave me, I take that personally.
Absolutely.
I take it so personally. To divorce? You divorced me?
That's big.
It's big.
That's big.
That's tough.
I was telling somebody yesterday, there's only like 3 times in my life where I look at a situation that happened with a woman and I'm like, I ain't deserve that. Right? Everybody laughs about it from He-Man Woman Hate Club days, but you know, the situation with Doop Doop, I ain't deserve that. There was another one where a girl kind of like spun on me. Like I thought we was building, spun. I was like, damn, I ain't deserve that. And to get divorced. I don't think I deserve that. Those 3 things stand out where I'm like, I'm you know, and it's funny that Ryan said, you know, he prefaced the conversation the way he did about, you know, getting married because I only acknowledged wanting to get married again probably in like the last 2.5 years.
That's true.
Like before then, it was like, nah, I'm.
You just wanted more kids.
Oh no.
Just give me kids. Oh, I said it on the show.
Yeah.
Give me kids,
And I'm fine.
and I'm fine. Like we can be cool.
Growth.
Literally, people.
But now I'm like, I can't.
Our neighbors have watched you grow.
I don't know if it's.
It is.
I don't know
It
if
is.
it's growth,
It
right?
is.
In my life, it's my life choice.
No, but it's still
Because
growing.
you know, I've not. Maybe
It's
sure,
growing.
sure. No one hurt like I hurt before. No one else. I got married at 22 years old.
Do you feel like you failed?
Yeah, hell yeah, big failure.
But for every failure is also a lesson
lesson.
learned.
Sure.
So do you really?
I mean, I learned the lesson.
So, but is that a true failure if you
Yeah.
learn a lesson? I don't know.
Because there's collateral damage with my failure. A linear failure, right?
Mhm.
If we fail at this podcast, we never will. But if we fail at this podcast, I feel like a failure because I let you down and let you down. Right? There's collateral damage.
Mhm.
Right? We've taken time and effort out of our schedules. We've taken money. We've taken opportunities or not took opportunities to be able to do this.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So if this failed, it would feel like a failure. Fuck the lesson. It would be a failure. I failed these niggas. It's collateral damage. You've lost out time with your kids and your wife. You lost out time with your people and put in work.
Yeah.
I would feel like we failed, right? The collateral damage is my oldest daughter still doesn't really have a semblance of what normalcy is. My youngest daughter was born into a loving household. She now had to split that. There's collateral damage here,
It's everything.
right? Like I said, I got married at 22 years old. And then I got divorced at 27, 28. That's some of our most formative years.
Yeah.
I did not know who I was outside of being a husband and a father. And then whew, you just throw me back into the world at 28
To be
to be.
by yourself.
I don't-
in a sense.
No one knows that pain. And I don't know if just
yourself.
because my disposition and like the way people see me, maybe I don't articulate it well. Maybe I can't even articulate it well, but I know I felt it.
Yeah.
And I never, ever want to feel that again. I can't. I refuse. I won't even put myself in a position to even almost feel that again. Right?
Or you wouldn't before, because now if you're speaking about potentially even
Right.
thinking about
Right.
marriage,
There's no
that's-
divorce option.
of course. But
We're
I mean,
going off the cliff. You bitch, you want to be married no more? To death do us part. Let's ride.
All right, Thelma and Louise. Jesus Christ.
I can't.
No, I
can't.
that's what I'm saying. I get that, but you have to recognize the growth in yourself to even open up enough to even let that in. I have a friend who will remain nameless. He grew up in a household, similar to all of ours, where his mom and his dad divorced
Mhm.
while he was very young. So his disposition on marriage always was, nah, I'm good on it. It doesn't work. Even after watching other people in his life go on, find love, get married, et cetera, his disposition never changed. Nah, I'm good. It's only now, years and years later, that he is slightly opened up to the notion like, man, it'd be nice to be married.
Bro, can I tell you how envious is not the right word. I'm jealous. When I see you and I'm like, and one, let me say,
I know.
I thank you for having me as close
He
to
also
y'all
opened
as
up that
possible.
door for you to
Yeah,
think it's possible.
it definitely had something to do with it.
I
About
don't-
me being like softening up.
But we talk about that shit all the time. I don't know no stand up niggas, bro. You a stand up nigga. Dead ass. Yo,
I'm right here. Yo, son, this nigga keeps trying me
Bro,
today, yo.
He said, bro.
I
Nigga
don't
look
know no
past me
stand up niggas.
on the same couch. I don't know no stand up nigga. Is it because I'm sitting down?
I know a stand up nigga.
All right, bro.
Yo, look, bro. You can stand up, sit down, cross your
gonna
knees
be
all
like-
you want. Dot your eyes.
They gonna be like,
I know a stand up nigga.
They gonna be like,
A stand up. I have never known a stand up married nigga. And
Fuck you and your caveat.
I didn't know you when you was married.
That's true.
Points were made.
So, especially in our age group, in our circle, there's not a
Oh,
lot of
man.
us that are married in my circle for sure.
And then the ones that are
Aren't
ain't
doing it right.
necessarily stand up niggas.
Exactly. And even if in some marriages, like in my mind, you don't have to actually go down the aisle and have a ring to be married.
Nah.
Some things are just what it is that you want it to be. But I still don't know no stand up niggas there. See what I'm saying? So when I see like you're making it possible, and for me, it's like I always wanted to get married, but I was always like, I don't know if I can because it's very hard. I don't see it. And what I don't see sometimes is I don't think it could be done.
True.
But seeing you and knowing you from, years of not having any children and
Yep.
not having a wife to now having a wife and children,
And it was like that.
it was like but which made it seem for me like it's possible.
It wasn't no long. Yo, I gotta get this out of my system.
Yeah, it wasn't, and
it was like,
stuff.
yeah,
It's not wasn't calculated. It was just like what was meant to happen will be.
Yeah.
And I see that, and I'm proud of you, and
Thank you, bro.
and it's fire, and it's amazing. And even when it comes to Mouse, even though we joke and we do all this shit all the time, like he's put me in a place where I can think like what it is to have this and what it is to have that. And even if you are in a marriage and things don't go the way you want them to, I still look at him as fucking dad of the year.
That's a fact.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That
I
is
can
a
look at
fact.
Mouse and I see him with his his daughters, and I'm like, God, like I know all the shit he's been through, and he's still like this. You can't look at a statue and tell me he's not the strongest statue on the block. You
That's
feel
a
me? What I'm
fact.
saying?
Thank
Like,
you.
he stands tall and he holds it down for his kids. And then I see you, a new father, a new husband, doing all the things that I know Mouse can do and has done.
Mhm.
And you put that shit together in this Voltron. Like, I see it and I want it. And it will happen.
It will.
But
It will.
it's y'all know me, like I'm not gonna half-ass it.
I know.
And I'm gonna want it like full on. I want to take all those responsibilities. But until then,
I think that's the most beautiful thing, right? Like,
yeah,
he gets to walk, like Ryan gets to walk into it like no baggage.
no.
I mean, a baggage,
No,
sure,
there's
because
baggage.
yeah,
There's definitely baggage.
the guy next door, it's like
We-
baggage claim.
yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
But
absolutely.
like he gets to walk into it with like no existential baggage, right? Like there's no baby mama drama. There's no. He gets to walk into it.
the
Not
baggage
even-
that I
like I said,
have,
not even
the
just
baggage that
that.
I have, I can get rid of
Quickly, if need be.
If need be, they can be gone.
But it's but bigger than that. It's a I think it's just what you said. You walk different when you can see it. You move different when you can see it. It's just we all grew up in very similar households where we didn't have the best perspective of what marriage life looks like. Honestly, besides Mouse,
Yeah,
like
Dead ass.
I seen. Yeah,
we didn't know, like growing up,
I didn't see
yeah,
none of that shit.
houses were tumultuous.
I had the only dad on the block.
See what I'm
This is
saying?
what I'm
I had
saying.
the only dad on the block.
So to now be,
You the dad on the block.
yeah, I'm about to say to
Both
be,
of y'all are the dads on the block. There's still, fuck you talking about. He was the only dad on the block. To this day, nigga, like you might be the only dad on your block now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in your age, like niggas ain't around their kids like they say they are.
Nope.
Like, yeah, you could paint great
Nope.
pictures on
Which is
Instagram and it could look great. But there's only a couple niggas that I see that are doing great father jobs. And it's on and off the court. And I don't need to name them. They know who they are. Some are just, some you don't need to know, but you know. But it's like, I see who's a good parent and who's not. Like, I see what's going on. And I know what I look up to and I know what I don't.
yeah, that's what it's all about, man. I think even marrying Christina, as much as going back to what you were talking about, it as much as I wanted to make it a show, as much as I wanted to make it a whole situation and have my ego conflate the entire situation, I think there's something heavenly, there's something that's godlike to make it the way that it happened. And to now be that thing that other people can look at and be like, damn, that right there, that's right, that's good. I like that. Like that's what a stand-up nigga looks like. Or have my daughter be on some like, you know, my dad is a superhero, my mom is a superhero. Like to have that in the same house and really see it and feel it, you know, that's
what it is. And just to like put a button on this, I feel like that's what this whole podcast, this rebrand is about. Like in the beginning, we came here, we sat at a table, and we had these mics and we talked. We really didn't know what we were talking about, what we were getting at. You knew the job, you knew how to do it. You've been on screen before, you know. I didn't know, but I tried to fit in where it is. To now seeing us grow and to see like what you didn't have any children, bro. Like you had no kids, no wife, like, and to
I
see
had no kids, but I had a roster.
you had you see what I'm saying? Everybody niggas was doing, but I mean, yes, you're gonna get hurt for that comment.
I know.
But,
I will.
Christina, he said that. I didn't say it. I just want, like, cause I don't want.
It's
to,
fine,
I don't
it's
want
fine, it's
no
fine.
issues.
But the greatest thing about that is
She had a roster too.
that
it's
is
fine.
that is the
now we
past.
throwing her under the bus. Christina, I swear to God, I had nothing to do with this. I know that it's always me, but it's not me
it's
today.
not him.
It's not me.
Wow.
But like just going back and just seeing where we all were and how we all have built like greatness in our own ways and continuing to grow is all about what rebranding is.
And like focus on like building that real greatness, right? Like
Absolutely.
the greatness. This is all fun. This is good, right? This is good. It's
The
not
greatness is what
bro.
the
Like,
great's is what
the greatness when you go home. And
the greatness
That's
is
a
what
fact.
y'all
Still
two.
great.
Y'all gotta understand the greatness what y'all two have already put on this earth, bro.
Wow.
Y'all have y'all kids living legends on this earth, walking around every day. That was y'all gift. And now y'all can make y'all gift to the biggest president in the world. You can rap it how you want to rap it,
My boy.
but a gift gonna be a gift,
My
bro.
boy.
A gift is
Every
gonna
day.
keep on giving.
Look, when I seen her with that, I said, "Did she steal that from my house?"
She definitely she stole it from me.
Oh, you got the whole thing?
Yes. Robbed me.
That's the cause one.
Yes.
Yep.
Man, in the meantime, in between time, before Ryan make us cry, let's get the fuck out of here. Fuck it. I'm making an announcement. We're bringing it back.
Man.
We're bringing it back.
Talk about it.
We're bringing back the Listen to Letters.
Ooh.
We're bringing back Listen to Letters.
I need them.
We're bringing back Listen to Letters. Y'all been asking.
They have been
Y'all
asking.
been DMing us like we gonna answer them in the DM. First of all, the subjects,
Yo, boy, I be
the
getting.
shit y'all send.
Don't DM me these, cause I don't.
Yo, the shit y'all send me. I'm
I'm not
like,
doing that.
what you want me to do with this?
Just email it, bro. Cause you DM it to me, I'm not gonna read.
Listen,
I'm not gonna read
Listen to Letters. We're bringing them back. guysnextdoor123@gmail.com.
Uh-huh.
And fuck it. Fuck it.
Oh,
It's
man.
a rebrand.
Yep.
Fuck it.
Hmm?
I think once a month we let a real listener send a video in.
I love it.
Let them talk to us.
Okay.
I love
Let
it.
them zoom them in. What's up? Let one lucky listener letter. They get to
Okay.
chop it up with us.
I love
And
it.
if you lucky enough, you might be able to just come.
I don't want to see him.
I might.
I don't want to
It's
see
a
it.
I wanna see
rebrand.
him.
Rebrand.
We're gonna have to remove.
Reprogram. Like you said, we have to reprogram.
We're gonna have to remove.
In the meantime, between time, Mac, what you got going on?
Man, I am in the house being a dad. I am officially, since the show is over, I am officially on paternity leave.
Oh, I can't wait to use that.
So holla at me when you can. If you see me in the streets, act like you don't know me. You hear me?
What about you, right? What you got going
Paternity
on?
leave is crazy. You act like.
Nah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I'll be real. I'm just there's things I'm working on that are cool and dope, but I'm just working on myself.
I love
And
that.
The more and more I learn and work on myself, like I've been really tapped into doing stuff in other countries and building and starting this nonprofit. So we're starting that up. And one of our first things is building stuff in Africa and even building stuff in here, and that's in
Let's
the next like
fucking
6
go.
months. So it's like that has to do with me. I couldn't do this without my people, and my people are African from
Mhm.
Africa, which is everybody, and it's like that's the first place I want to celebrate and just give hope.
motherland.
So that's me.
Guys Next Door is always number one first and foremost for me because it's ours. We own this shit.
Talk about it.
So Guys Next Door,
3 black men on this thing.
we own this. Ain't no white man in here. Not yet, unless you want to give him some money. So.
I mean, I'm down to give a piece.
But
if somebody
little,
wants to give some money.
bit.
Little piece. You can have some say, not all say.
You can. To be honest, you can't have no say. Just sit your ass back and let's make you some money. Sit your ass back. I wanna actually think about changing the name of the podcast to Kyrie Next Door. Just trying to get a reaction out of Ryan. No, okay.
No, not me.
Just trying to get a reaction.
Jesus.
All right.
Oh,
just,
my
Just want to know.
Jesus.
Just want to let y'all
On
know.
that note,
Staying with Kyrie on that.
All right.
You know.
All
bye.
right.
You know, that's my boy.
All
But Trap Karaoke, trapkaraoke.com. Make sure you get your tickets. See when we're in a city near you. Boom, I'm right here. Thank you, Cam. Make sure you tapped into Guy Next Door everywhere you can. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, on your podcast feeds, Guy Next Door Show. And I think that is everything I got. Oh, with Mouse Jones. Make sure you guys check out the one-on-one interviews with Mouse Jones that I have up on my YouTube with Mouse Jones. And Eco Gave Straws. I shout out my brother shit like it's mine. Eco Gave Straws. Make sure you go get them. I got 10,000 of them things in my crib.
shout
And
out
motherfucking
Viola.
Swagger.
Shout out Viola.
Swagger
Viola.
season 2.
Yeah,
Swagger
definitely
season
shout
2
out
on the
Swag
way.
because that
Make
is
sure
my
you
show.
go. Make sure you go binge season 1 and be prepared for
'Cause season two is on
2.
the way.
He got a shirt off in the show. He got the shirt
Definitely
off.
made me work out.
I was like, bitch. I called Zeus and me. Zeus. This nigga got a shirt off on the show.
Yeah, he's,
I
get it right.
the shirt ain't coming
he's
off.
definitely a symbol of the sex.
Yeah, I hate it. Hate it bad.
It's definitely a symbol of the sex.
I keep trying to find something wrong with this motherfucker. I'm gonna tell somebody something.
I be having niggas like, yo, how he so broad? I be having to break it down. He's so broad because he works out crazy. Like I be having to explain it. Don't make me look like I.
Because he's
They look
rich.
They look
He's
at me
rich.
like, but why? They look at me like, so why does he look like that?
Because he's rich, okay? His water's different.
My
He don't
water's
breathe the
different.
same air. All right, he can afford to work out 3 times a day. That's what the fuck he do.
What?
This is what I tell people.
Why? Why would you lie to people?
Makes me feel better.
Because the rebrand.
All right.
Because the rebrand. Got to rebrand your ass.
It's a rebrand.
But in the meantime, between time, we'll see y'all next Monday. We are back.